Okay, yellow. How's it going, everybody? We are live. We are live. It's alive. How's it going? Not to drop the energy. Gotta keep the energy up. Sup, everybody. How's everyone? Everyone having a good Wednesday? Everyone having an as of yet not Wind Waker Wednesday? Well, that's about to change. Because it's Wind Waker Wednesday. It's time to transcribe some Wind Waker. This is going to be a shorter one today because my whole family's been wiped out by illness, so I have a lot of work to catch up on. I've been playing Nurse all week. Let's see. We're doing the battle theme. This is a great theme. Okay, so last week, what did we do last week? Last week we did a bunch of cutscene music where, oh yeah, you saw the bird and they shot the bird with a catapult, not a cannon, and the bird goes bah! And then drops Tetra and the music goes plink when she lands in the forest. And then you have to go get your sword and you have to go up to the forest. And then you get to the forest, and those other birds, smaller birds, come and drop bokoblins on you, not bokoblins, and they drop on your head. And then, now here we are, it's cueing the battle music. And this battle music is great. It does have battle stings in it the second half, which are a dynamic element in game, where when you hit someone with your sword, it adds a little orchestra stinger. And the note rises every time, like when you do a combo, the note rises with the with your sword hits. Bum, 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 bum. Super satisfying, very cool. Probably should do a video on that someday. Or maybe a live stream is enough. But I'm just going to I'm going to transcribe the way it appears on the soundtrack. Because if I start thinking about how to tackle dynamic music in score form too much, it's going to be an issue. Well, not an issue, just complicated. It probably wouldn't be a very exciting stream because it would be a lot of me just going like, what should I do? You know. Well, oh, it's spring break, eh? Welcome, spring breakers. Cancun, no thank you. I'm going to watch a music theory live stream. Oh, does the Spin Attack have dynamic music too? I don't know. I don't have that one off the top of my head. I guess I gotta replay Wind Waker again. Any excuse, eh? Oh yeah. Starts off suspenseful. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Is it way too quiet compared to my voice? There's nothing I can do about it if it is, I guess. I can turn my voice down. That's what I could do. The levels look like it's quiet. I'm turning down my voice. You guys can turn up your speakers. Okay. Oh yeah, so what are we hearing? There's snare drum, for sure. Snare. Pizzicato strings. Which I'm just gonna put on grand staff, string staff. Some sort of brass something. Kind of sounds like trombones. I'll put trombones for now. Music is a bit loud now. Okay, I'll turn up my voice. Boom. Can't trust the levels, I guess. Can't trust your eyes. I might need more string staves. Let's see. Because there's a lot of pizzicato strings and a lot of non-pizzicato strings too. We'll get the piano out of there. We don't need piano. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, sound guys. Sound guys in the comments. Yeah. Battle music. Battle music is interesting. You think about battle themes in a... Well, when did this game come out? 2002? Battle music in games in 2002. I feel like... Or maybe the generation before, where it was a lot of like Final Fantasy and Pokemon, and those are the kind of the big games. The battle music was very in your face, because it's like, boom, we're going to battle mode now. And even, like, what's the Ocarina of Time battle music? I can't think of it now. Is there battle music? Or is it just, like, boss battle music? There must be battle music in Ocarina of Time, right? I don't know. Who cares? I'm just saying, I like how low-key this battle music is. It's very suspenseful. It feels very appropriate for fighting bokoblins, which are easy to fight, you know. It's kind of like you're on your guard, but it's not like in your face, like, you know what I mean? So I think I heard a timpani hit at the very beginning. That might be the only timpani hit in the whole piece, but we're gonna put it in anyway. Okay, let's see. What's that first bass note? Buddha. Ooh. Fourths, should have guessed. And then, what are the pizzicato strings doing? Do, D. Pits. I see. So the pizzicato strings turn into an F minor chord altogether. But the pads are just doing fourths. Which is classic Zelda ominous. You know, the Ganondorf theme, just perfect fourths, moving up. Ooh. So is that a 3-bar phrase? Like... Oh, this needs to be quicker, hey? This needs to be much quicker. Let's see. Boom, boom. How fast is that? Like 150? Probably not that fast. Let's see. That sounds kind of perfect, actually. I think those pizzicato notes are doubled an octave below, too. Let's see. Yes, they are. Let's see if that looks really bad. No, that's totally fine. Okay, cool. Ooh. So what is that, like? That wasn't an A natural, was it? That doesn't make sense. Is that horn? I think that's horn on top. I'm gonna put a horn in there too. Boom, boom. doesn't sound right either, though. Might be A natural. Let's see. Boom. Boom. A D? Was there a horn on that D too? I think there might have been. Yeah, interesting. So we're changing keys pretty much right away. Okay, let's go back. Boom. The next one goes down. Like that. Boom, beam. Like that. Interesting. And the pads are, I assume, doing this. That sounds right, just putting it in. Let's see. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's listen again. Oh no, it goes down. Yeah. Is that what it does? That's right, because the horn's doing the top part. Could that be what it is? Let's see. It does sound right. No. Okay, hold on. I'm missing something here. The bottom note is not right. It sounds like there's an F in this one here. Let's see. Man, my ears are not working today. There's definitely an F note in this one. And then the lower note, I don't think is a C. Gotta try and pick up that lower note. Oh, it switches to my major seconds. That's why it's hard to hear. Interesting. Let's hear that. Hey, that sounds right. Okay. I think there's an octave there. And then these guys kind of cut off on beat 4. Boom, boom. This is another. I don't know if this top octave is here, but I'm going to keep it for now. It's hard to tell if it's there or if it's just an overtone of the lower octave. Oops. I think it's just the lower one. So this one probably isn't there either. Okay, but let's keep going. Now the snare comes in. And I believe it's just doing this the whole time. Hit! Oh. Ooh. Weird, like, 3-bar phrase, hey? I, 3 bar phrase, hey? 3 bar phrase. 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 3 let's see. Oh, this is like a shuggadat. I'm gonna put accents too. And okay, so this seems to be the snare drum loop. There's definitely like a bass drum. Oh, is it a bass drum I heard at the very beginning? Not a timpani? Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Okay, here's what we'll do. We're gonna remove timpani and bass drum. Put that in. Perfect. You get one note at the beginning, and then like one note every 3 bars, I think. We'll double check that, but whoa. Let's zoom in instead of out. Perfect. Oh, okay, cool. If anyone has any questions or anything, let me know. If you have your favorite, any great battle music off the dome. I mean, that's sort of a quintessential VGM genre. Bom, bom. So now we add some trombones on these fourths, but I think it might just be the same. We might be able to just copy paste that and copy paste this part. Let's see. Not a hot take at all. I totally agree. Wind Waker is the best 3D Zelda. It never got better. Every other game has like some annoying problem with it. I guess everyone says that Wind Waker has an annoying problem with it, with the whatever Triforce collection quest, but I liked that part legitimately, so that doesn't count. I don't know, aesthetically it's just the best. Ooh. He drops down. Okay. Does the horn come back for those 3 notes? Yeah, I think it does. It's kind of tucked in, but then you could hear it really loud on that pickup. Bomb. Let's see. Okay, then we get to a new part. Okay, now let's check the pizzicato strings, see if they keep rocking on. No, they don't. Okay. And they changed to something. Boom. Did it just go up a whole step? No, they don't. Day. Let's see. Was that? Whoa, what was that last note? I think it's just a C. Maybe. Hold on. Boom. Okay. I think that's right. Rude Buster from Deltarune. Great pick. Extremely hype tune. Extremely hype. Wind Waker's dungeons are extremely linear. That's true. But I think the like idea that a dungeon shouldn't be linear is kind of funny. Like I don't know where that comes from. Like it's a collection of puzzles and challenges in a row. And whether or not you can do them out of order doesn't really. I mean, I guess maybe it's like if the games were harder, where you would hit a wall and go, I can't beat this room, I'm gonna go try another room. Like that works. That's a legitimate design principle. Think of like Sekiro or something. Sekiro's tied for my favorite game. Wind Waker and Sekiro are my two favorites. And Sekiro, it's like the non-linearity is a necessity because the game is so hard that you need a break. You need to say, okay, this giant ape has killed me 19 times in a row. I need to go do something else or I'm going to stop playing this game. Great. Nothing in Wind Waker is hard even remotely. So it's like whether it's linear or not doesn't really matter because whatever path you choose off the top of a dungeon, you're just going to follow to the end, right? Like, I don't know. If it tricks you into thinking it's non-linear, then that's just as good, I feel like, you know? Like I don't know. I'm thinking of like the forest temple, like the forest haven or whatever. Not the forest haven. It's the evil version of the forest. You know what I'm talking about. There is some choice. Like there are. I think it's not that it's a non-linear path. It's that there are paths that just lead to like extra stuff that you don't need, like treasure chests with sea charts in them and stuff. So you get this like. Forbidden Woods. That's exactly what it is. You go into a room and there's all these vines that come up and block your path, and you can go, I don't know what to do, and turn around and leave and do something else. That you can do that. So it's like it is not a linear experience unless you know the dungeons as well as I do, and you go, I don't need to go in there because it's just a sea chart, or I got to go in there and get that sea chart, and I know exactly how to beat the puzzle because I beat it already, you know. I don't know. I love linear games. I don't really think that's a knock against games at all, and I really don't like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild was very cool. That I had fun playing that game, and it was a great achievement. But I was so disappointed that Tears of the Kingdom was just like more Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't like that. I don't want a big open game. I'm not much of like a Minecraft kind of guy, you know. I want to just go through an experience that someone has curated for me. There is something to be said for just running in a straight line all the time is boring. Like you do have to dress up the path, but I feel like it's more like a writing problem, like an ideas problem, than a linearity problem. I don't know. I have no idea where I am now. Skyward Sword's Ancient Cistern, great. On paper, there's so much stuff about Skyward Sword that I like, and on paper, I love it. But then every time I go to like replay it, I never finish it. So I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't click with me. Maybe it's the aesthetic. Maybe it's, I don't know what. The writing. I will say I think GameCube games have the best writing. I'm replaying Fire Emblem, the GameCube Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, I think. And I'm struck with, like, the writing is so strong compared to any modern game. Like, oh, we used to just have good writing in games. Where did that go? Okay. Not to complain. Okay, but we're missing, oh yeah, we're missing the bass stuff and trombones, so let's get that. Bomb. If there's another note in the trombones, I'm not hearing it right now. But let's see about the strings. I guess it's like maybe this horn up the octave is taking the top note, and that's what's going on. Let's see. Sounds like you might be missing something. Oh, okay. So Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn are generally considered to be the well-written ones. That makes sense. I think I have Three Houses, but I never played it. I don't know. I got turned off by Three Houses, the anime-ness of it. It's not that I don't even like anime, it's just something about it. Let's see. I think there's a... Okay, wait, I think I might be in the wrong place. Let me think here. I'm back here. Interesting. Okay. Is that bottom note really there? Let's see. Yeah. Cool. That sounds better. Nice. We got there. Okay. Excuse me. I can't think of Cooper Road off the top of my head. Otherwise, I would give my take on that. Fates. No, Fates. I haven't played Fates. Fire Emblem Awakening. Well, that's the first Fire Emblem I played. I think that was a lot of people's first Fire Emblem. It was a great entry, like a great entry point. I liked it a lot. I liked the marrying people and then their children coming from the future. I thought that was so sick. I'm doing well, Mr. Schaff. How are you today? Okay, we're here. Mom. Mom. Bottom. Interesting. Something like that. Those bum 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 bum. I was thinking that those were strings. Ching 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 ching. but it kind of sounds like a pan flute or something. Do you hear it? Man, seriously, I can't believe it's already Wednesday again. I'm just putting in the strings for now. Is it pan flute? Okay, I'm putting in pan flute. Pan flute. What do you mean pan flute's not a common instrument? It's not even an all instrument? Pan pipes, I guess? Yeah, that's what I wanted. Pan pipes. Where are we now? Let's see. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Boom, bum, bum, bum. Okay. Let's see. Ho ho. He did a transcription of this. Oh, that's funny. Sibelius doesn't have a bespoke pan flute sample. Oh, and trombone. Bam bam. Oops. Is that an F on the bottom, right? Body. Okay. So these guys have little swells in them, which is cool. I'm going to put invisible dynamics so the swells don't get too out of hand. But okay, I got this wrong. This is definitely just doubling the trombone bit. Random question: do you have a favorite key to write in? Favorite key to write in? I don't like writing in C because it feels like I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like when I write, I usually start by like singing something, you know? We're trying to think of an idea and singing it out. And then you go to the keyboard and find what key you were singing it out in. That's usually how it ends up. So I'm not like, I'm going to write something in D flat today. But when I do sit down at the piano and just start playing, I don't know what key I usually start playing in. Maybe like E flat. E flat's kind of a nice key. A key tier list. Too good. A tier, B tier, B flat, C tier, D. That's like the David Letterman top 10 numbers between 1 and 10. Number 7, 8. Number 6, 4. Oh, someone likes the black keys. E flat minor. That's the Stevie Wonder key. B flat is nice. It's different too. A lot of my writing, I write for horns. Like with my video game band and stuff. There's always at least a sax player, usually sax and trumpet. And so then it's like, oh, I put this in. I heard this in G flat or whatever. That's a bad example. If I write something in E flat, then all of a sudden the alto's playing in G flat. And it's like, oh, sorry. Maybe we should move it down or up. Okay. What am I even listening for here? Keys really don't matter. Objectively subjective opinions asking, what keys do you recommend for something nostalgic? The key doesn't matter. The key only matters insofar as where it sits on an instrument. So like on piano, piano matters the least of anything, I guess, but there's certain maybe fast runs that'll be way harder in one key or another based on fingering. In guitar music, E, the key of E, key of A, anything that uses open strings and gets those nice low open strings sounds better, because that's how the guitar is built. So, you know, there's no like D minor sounds sadder than C minor. It's like, no, well, it depends on what you were just listening to. Everything works relative to each other. But there is like C minor is like a great key for tenor sax ballads, because the top and bottom notes of the tenor sax, you know, fit. I mean, you know, obviously it depends on the song, but that's like a classic key to write tenor sax ballads in. I don't know what I'm listening to here. Okay, so that seems to be like repeating itself. Are there trombones at the very beginning? I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe there is something. I know like a lot of like punk bands, or not just punk bands. There's like tuning your guitars down a half step is a thing that bands do, which I don't really get why, but they do. There must be a reason for that, but I don't know why they would. Beyond like, oh, I want this to be an easier key to sing, but usually a semitone wouldn't make that huge a difference, you'd think. Let's see. This is, yeah, I didn't put a staccato on there good. I can't tell if there's a string doubling this trombone part or if it's just the trombone. Yeah, there's definitely strings. I think that it's filled out too. Okay, so this is an A augmented triad. That's cool. So we're listening for middle string voices, which is a nightmare. Bum, bum. Bum. It's just that, I think. Does that sound right? Dad fad. That's funny. E Lydian only. No accidentals. Final destination. True, maybe Lydian. If you're thinking of like what's a nostalgic key, I guess a mode. You could pick a nostalgic mode, like Lydian E. Like what's that Fleetwood Mac song? Dreams. If thunder only happens when it's raining. That's just F to G over and over. So it's like very much an F Lydian E sound. That sounds nostalgic. Oh, do I have the wrong key? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's funny. You flip the beat in your head before the drums come in. I'm no stranger to that after the Inside a House controversy. Okay, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? You guys are too distracting. Oh, I'm definitely missing some bass drum notes. Oh no, this is definitely timpani because the note changed. Okay, I'll bring back timpani. Oops. Timpani. And we'll get rid of bass drum. And then Timpani. So what were the notes? Boom. Like that? Is that right? That sounds right. Right enough. And then there's another one here. Okay. And then it sounded like we are just going to kind of copy paste stuff that's happened before. Ooh, maybe not. Did I mess something up? Okay, so we skipped right to this part. Yeah. Oh, but the pit strings come in this time. Oh, I feel ya. Timpani blows to transcribe. Super Nintendo timpanis are super fun to transcribe because they're so pitched. Boom. But not these ones. Boom. 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 So they split up. They're not octaves anymore. What? We'll find the notes. Boom, boom. Okay, that tracks. That's cute. Bam, boom, bum, boom. What the heck is that bottom note doing? I cannot hear that bottom note at all. Let's see. Sounds like a fifth. Could that be what it is? I don't think so. Tough doesn't fit with the harmony at all. Both these lines make sense on their own. I don't think that's right though. And then we get to this cool 3/4 part. So I'm gonna stick that in. Loom, doo doom, doom, doo doom. Maybe this is just an octave too high. Let's see. Hey, that is more right. Let's see. I don't think that's right though. Missed it. Uh-oh. Oh, it is right. Beam boom. Bean doo doom deen doo doom. Guess I can make these dotted. Okay, I guess I should go back and get whatever I'm missing from the brass here too, but I am kind of done with this part of the song, to be honest. Let's see. Let me procrastinate by reading the chat. Microtones. Ooh. Oh wow, okay. This is over my head. I don't know much about microtones. I prefer macrotones, personally. Oh, I'm way too far ahead here. Oh yeah, okay. So we're doubling this part. And probably doubling this too. And definitely doubling this. Oops. There we go. Okay. Beam. Burn meat. Oh, these keep doing fifths? Oh, that makes sense. I was probably missing those before too. I'll just plop them in. Yeah. Need to crank this pan flute here. Still nothing. Alright. Nice. Bump, ba-dump. I'm sure that that is happening there too. It's just kind of hard to hear. And yeah. Okay, let's move on here. So there's some Pitts bass going on, I think. Boom, doo doom doom. And then Arco. So there's some trombone. What am I doing here? Arco. And I might need to put this in bass clef as well. Let's see. Yeah. If you try and put pizzicato and arco strings on the same line, on the same stave, Sibelius freaks out. So. This is gonna be a problem. Maybe I can. What happens if I do? That's true. Most real life string players would freak out too. Good point. Good point. Yeah, it makes everything pits, which is not what I want. Okay, so we're adding a staff here. Add or remove. We'll do extra staff below, or actually I should have done a extra one above the bottom line so that it's bass clef. Yeah, what the heck? Make it fit for me. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Okay. I'll say basses. Basses L. No, this is a basses W. Come on. Basses. Okay. Boom, go ding go, go ding go, go ding go, boom, boom, ba, boom. This is where the pits ones come in. Whatever the notes are. Let's find out. Boo boo. Cool little structure. Does the same thing again, but the Pitts phrases are different. But what is it? Let's see. That was half tone off. That must be an F. Thank you. I worked hard on that thumbnail. No, I didn't. But I appreciate it. Thumbnails are not my strong suit, I don't think. Oh yeah, where's the trombone keep going? Yeah. I guess I should get the snare drum going too, hey? And then we have the whole band. So it's the same thing, but minus a bar. It looks like, or minus a beat. I mean, check it out. And I assume that loops. I don't think there's timpani doing this. I think it's just basses. Why did I put Arco? This is not Arco, this is Pits. Okay. Beam bodim. Deem. Cool. Oh yeah, there's more pan flute. Pan flute and French horn, I'm guessing. Okay, let's get the bass to the end of the tune and then we'll have stuff to fill in, you know. Of course. Okay. Sorry. Back to bass. Back to basics. I'm just gonna put this in so I can find it. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's in 4 again? Or no? I can't tell. There's no beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It isn't 4. Okay. So it's probably the loop. Oops. And then they're just redoing the loop, but with... That's not what I want. With sword hits on top. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Come on! You know what I'll do actually? Is we'll figure out where the loop is. And then I'll just add a staff of sword hitting sound effects and put second time only. There we go. But first let's fill in this stuff. Yeah, so we want this here. Oops. It doesn't repeat back though. It like goes back to the earlier section, but it's not exactly the same as what we had before. So I can't take the easy way out, I'm afraid. As much as I might want to. Okay, make this A and this B. And that'll be C. Okay. There will be a lot of copy pasting, but okay, let's see what we can do here. So we need, let's make sure the I think that's what the strings do. And then back to, yeah. Let's make sure here, but ooh. It's like an A major. Goes from between F minor and A major. That's pretty wild. Okay. And the trombone was doubling one of the string parts. Let's see if it does that the whole time. Am I crazy? I think it drops out for the A major bits. And that's just the timbre changes so much in that very slightly different register, but there's definitely no trombone there. It's definitely there now. That's funny. Yeah, now it's out. That's funny. Okay, so now I need to double this in the pan flute, and then the snare drum, that's right. And we just gotta double check and make sure that... Ooh. I messed up the last bar. Oops. Okay, so it is like this. Okay. Okay. Now because of the atonalness of this, I'm kind of curious if there's something interesting to say when you get to the chord labeling part of the process. Yeah, that will be interesting, because there is sort of vague harmony, or like harmonic ideas. It's not like trying to not have a key center. And like here we go between a pretty clear F minor key to an A major key. That's cool. But they're definitely like weird leaps. I think I did a video a while ago on the Wind Waker boss music and how weird it all is. And I wish I could remember what I said better, because I'm sure that in a lot of that music there was a similar amount of weird chord leaps. Okay, let's see. So what I'm going to do... So it sounds like we kind of start here. Play through these 3 phrases, and then do we do the A augmented? Yeah. Kind of do that over and over. I like that trill. Mulgara, great boss theme, top tier. I really like Jalhalla, the ghost, big fat ghost. Has great music. It's like really bizarre. It's kind of circusy. It nails the like creepy circus atmosphere for sure. It's like this honking like 1, 2, hey, 1, 2, hey, 1, 2, hey, that are so good. These are Arco now. Arco. And now let's see. That's right. The Godan music is so good. Boom. 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 So good. Let's see. I know probably the timpani. Yeah. Timpani is just hitting. Same as before. Once every 3 measures. I wonder if I should put 3 staves per bar. Because that's what the phrasing is. 3 bar phrases. Excuse me. You get a lot of space that way, but that's fine. Oh, my mistake. How could I have mixed up Goma and Godan? No, Godan rocks too. Boo boo dee doo dee doo. Yeah, the weird like organ fugue. Excuse me. Man, all the music in this game rules. That'll be fun. It'll be fun to get to those because I transcribed them, but I didn't. I think a couple of them I transcribed into a full score format, but most of them I didn't. So it'll be fun to be able to not worry about the notes and just be listening for instruments. That'll be nice. Okay, let's see. So this is Arco as well. There's high string pads now, which maybe I'll put down here. Yeah, no, I'll put here. And then we can hide the middle staff of the strings. Am I crazy? Yeah, I am crazy. Okay. So this is like a pedal. And then this comes up. Like that. These are not the string pads. This is the high violin pad. Boo! Just holding an F on top. Oh, I see what you're saying. You think they're going da 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 instead of da. I don't know. Sometimes string samples like this kind of have a warble to them. Let's see. Like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. No offense, Kyle Davis. I hear what you're saying. I think it might just be like a warble. Wah, 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 wah. Like, you know, badly simulated vibrato or something. Because the vibes give me held note. I get held note vibes. More Wind Waker on Wind Waker Wednesday? And it goes down to ooh, ooh. What's that last note? Cool. Man, those stinger hits are really annoying. They're really in the way. But we know what this is. It's we'll copy paste. All this stuff from there to there. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should do this. And then does the pan flute come back, I guess, is the question. I think it does come back. It's really hard to hear, but the pan flute, I mean. Oh, that's on the bottom stair. Okay. Ah! Don't get deleted. Okay. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. I'm going to hide this one. Hide. I'll hide it here too. Hide. No, you idiot! I said panned flute, not pan flute. There's a very specific humor sketch in there somewhere. But sir, we put all the flutes to the left, just like you asked. Oh no! Sorry. Okay. My ears are getting tired. Okay, let's repeat all this and add all the flute trills. Of course we need a flute. Or possibly piccolo. I don't know. Okay. Shrink it again. I'm definitely missing like low fourth stuff here. Oops. Like that. Probably there. I'm not going to beat myself too much. Beat myself up too much. then these all cut out. Hey. The last time I had a phone number appear on my screen on stream, it was a solicitor. So it definitely is too. Bomb. Okay. I hope that middle note of those string chords is in there. I think it is. It sounds really thick. Okay. Now I will copy paste all this. Now that I have those notes that I kind of missed. That's pretty high for a flute. It's probably as piccolo. So then we'll change it. Back to the beginning. Change to piccolo. There we go. That's nice. And we'll do a trill. Oh, but I see. That's got to be a trilling with a B flat, hey? Oops, so we can see, hear it, I mean? That sounds really weird. Oops, that's not what I want. One thing I hate about Sibelius with a fiery passion is that when you put like a first ending, second ending, or a trill, it extends it past the bar. Why? And then you have like this little 1 inch of trill coming in on this line where there's no trill. Bro, come on. You're hitting the game. Oh. I see what it's doing. Well, I don't know how to fix that. I don't care. I don't care if the playback isn't exactly right, as long as the notation is as close to right as I can get it. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely piccolo. I hear a little beep, boom. There. Okay, so this is all checking out. And then put it in 3/4 time for this part. No, not doing that. We're going to put it in 3/4 time for this part. And then assume that it's the same both times, but with all the crazy stuff going on over top. Copy and paste. And if we hear any differences, we will change it, but this is weird without the ha ha heahs going on top. No. Okay, now I'm going to I was thinking originally that these sound like orchestra hits. Like, you know, the orchestra hit sample. Bow! But it sounds like it might just be strings, but like all the strings. Ooh. Let's see. There's definitely more trilling, piccolo trilling going on. We'll get the notes in a sec. Let's see. Oh, it's 2 notes. Starting on beat 2. Excuse me. I don't want a key signature, but I want you to trill the right notes when I play you back. Is there some way to do that? Excuse me. Oops. Okay. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about it, but that one sounds raunchy. Those both sound raunchy, but I think those are the right notes. Let's see. No, it just cuts off here. Interesting. Sounds close enough. There we go. Back to the top. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna do the orchestra hits. Okay. It does sound like it. It's clearly like the full range of a string section. And I don't think they're just playing unison notes. I think it's probably a big stack of fourths. So the question now is, how the heck do I notate that? Because definitely someone is hitting one note on a keyboard. You know what I mean? They're not going like, okay, so for this note, I'll harmonize it such and such and such. It's all parallel. So I could, if I was super lazy, which I'm not, I would just have like slashes in the right rhythm. But there is pitch, you know, it does go up and down depending on your combo. So I do want to have that in there too. So I'm just going to put the top note of each one. Okay, well, we'll see. I'll start doing it and we'll see. I'll do strings. But then we'll rename it. What the heck, man? Yeah. Let's get tiny. Player attack. I don't know. Okay. And up until where? C, we have nothing. So we can hide all this stuff. And then I can actually hide all this stuff too. Okay, this is too small. You made it too small for me. Let's go up to 5mm staff size. That seems fine to me. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to auto breaks every 3 bars because it's 3-bar phrases through the whole thing, except for the 3/4 time part, which is over here. These gotta be 4 bars, auto breaks, 4 bars, and then why did this happen? Oh, does it always apply that to the whole score? That's annoying. We'll make into system. How's everyone doing? Song of Wind Waker or something like the Dead Wings Scrolls or something. I can't remember right. Wind chimes. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Hold on, I got off here somewhere. 4. Ah, I missed this one. Make this into a system. Make this into a system. I've been arranging a bunch of big band music for this show that I'm playing with the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra on April 16th. And the amount of time that I've spent formatting charts for it is just obscene. You know, like an 18-piece band. Formatting all those charts. And I take pride in my charts. I want my charts to look nice. I've gotten a lot of compliments from musicians on my charts, which feels great. And I want to keep up the good work, you know. But it means a lot of this kind of stuff, a lot of formatting. Okay, I don't know why we need 2 letters. The snare drummer needs his own letter because he's too busy picking his nose to read the music. Okay. Oh, the inspector. Oh, ho, ho, my good friend, the inspector. Interval. Oh, I see. How do I fix? Aha, I see. Kyle Davis, you are a lifesaver. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, baby. Okay, where's the next one? Where's the next trill? Here we go. Ooh, but how does that work with 2? Let's see. Triple diatonic. I don't think that's right though. Well, these ones are both the same, so we can say fixed. This one I want the top one up a half step and the bottom one up a whole step. But I think that sounds okay. That passes, you know. That one's not ideal either. Maybe I can make these guys second voices. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. Okay, well that helps a little bit for sure. Good enough. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I'm speedy, baby. I'm doing them all live. The ones that I have already transcribed before, I do, like, I go through them on stream. The last one, Outset Island, I think is the only one so far that we've hit, that I've had transcribed already. But it was like, I just went through and made some corrections that I missed when I transcribed it the first time. So that's what we'll do when we get to, like, the boss themes I have all transcribed, because I did that video on the boss themes, and there's a couple other ones that I have transcribed. The grandma theme for that Koji Kondo one-offs video, and Errol's theme, and I transcribe at least one piece every Wednesday. This one is super long and hard, so we are only doing one today. Oh wow, it's been like an hour and a half. Oh yeah, okay, we're doing the orchestra hits. All right. Oh yeah, all right. I was putting off doing this. That's right. That's why I was doing all that. Let's see. We just gotta get the rhythms first. People. Bum, bum. Oops. Beep, bum, bum, bum. Chicka, gong, gong, chicka, da, chicka, da. Oh, this is chugga dugga. Last week was a breeze compared to this. Yeah, we did like 5 in a row last time because there were all the little cutscene cues. What will this ultimately become? A giant book of scores, a full score to the Wind Waker soundtrack that I will not legally be able to distribute. So that's what it'll become. Okay, hold on here. On. Bop-bomb. Okay. Dude. Ooh, that's fun. 3, 4. Juliet. I don't know what the notes are yet, but Juliet. Juliet. No, it's more Juliet. That's probably like a little, yeah, that kind of thing. Bum bum. Just getting the rhythms, and we'll get the notes later. Whoa. Doon chugga doon chugga dugga. Da 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 da. Chugga down. And that's they've got crash cymbals there too. I guess I should add those, hey? Because that sounded like flute and crash cymbals. Maybe I'll just put like a note, flute, cymbals. Oh yeah, I do have that note in there. Okay, hold on here. Go 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 go. Shagadoo shagadaga. Boom ba ba boom ba 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 boom. Me dum dee dum. Dum. Let's see. Juliet. Oops. something like that. Ooh, yeah, I had that's a good point. Fortune's Jukebox. If Nintendo licensed more of their music, I definitely would not be as good at transcribing. So I had that Zelda piano book, and my very first video on Zelda overworld themes, I heavily leaned on that for like what the music was. But in the process of doing that is when I really realized, like, oh, this isn't accurate. Like, you get the picture with these piano arrangements, but it's a piano arrangement. When you listen to the music, there's other stuff going on that is not in the piano book, and that's what made me start like trying to hunt down transcriptions online and realizing that none of them were any good, really. Like, you couldn't really trust them. Some were good, but you know, if you have to go through note by note to check if it is accurate anyway, you may as well just do it yourself. At least that's what I thought. Oh yeah, Civ 6 does have an official score. Kid Icarus, Uprising, great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. Boom. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, ba-dum, ba-dum, dee-doo, dee-doo. We don't want to. Oops. This is a flute symbol again. 2, 3, beep boom, beep boom. Whoa, where are we now? Dee-doo, dig-a-doo. Ba-bo-ba-ba. Oops. Shagadoo, shagadooga. Shagadoo, ooh, shagadooga. Ends on an F for sure. Oh, jeez. 1, 2, ba-boom. If I can hear the note, I'm putting it down, but if I can't hear the note, I'm just doing the rhythm. 1, 2. Okay. Hold on. They don't. Nice. I will be putting accent marks in every single one of these, don't worry. Beam. Oh, are these pit strings taken out, I think? I believe they are. I'll take them out and see. Marcato all the notes. Smart, smart. Okay, where am I? Oh yeah, here. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Yeah. These. I guess it's like that. It's short. One, two. One. Shoot, I lost it. Whoa, okay, where are we? Something like that. Let's see. Okay, so we got the rhythms and some of the shapes. Let's see. Where are we here? Okay. Yeah. Good idea. Marcato. This does look like a sword, which might be appropriate. That is. It suits. That reads. See, a lot of time, you know, when I transcribe music, I do it for you guys to see in a video, you know, not for people to play. So that's why sometimes I'll put like some parts as cue sized notes, even though you would never do that if someone was going to perform the music. But if it visually looks the way it sounds, that's best for my purposes, right? So I like this kind of thing where you can tell you're supposed to be stabbing someone every time one of these notes hits. Does that look right? Like, I'm trying to... assuming it's something like that. Yeah, it is like a big stack of fourths. So maybe I'll put perfect, like one perfect fourth on each one. You know. see. People. Oops. Oh, what is that little line? Something like that. I'm really not gonna sweat the notes too much because it's, you know, not about the notes for this part. It's funny how there's probably a generation of people where our music language is very steeped by Nintendo music instead of other tracks. Like I know jazz more from Nintendo than real jazz. Hiromi is great though. Hiromi, possibly my favorite musician alive right now. I got to see Hiromi in Minneapolis right before the Sonic Wonder album came out, like the first one. And it was just a total got in my head, like, I should look up and see if Hiromi is ever playing, you know, in Canada or outside of Japan. So I Googled, like, Hiromi tour schedule. And it just so happened that, like, 1 month from that point, she was playing in Minneapolis, which is, like, an 8-hour drive away from me. And then she was doing a show a week later in San Francisco. And those were the only 2 shows she was doing because she was about to go record the Sonic Wander album. And I guess she likes to perform with the band a couple of times before going in to record a new album. So I was like, I gotta go. So I got tickets, drove down. It was just in a little jazz club, not like a huge show or anything, but it was packed, obviously. And it was so good. The band was phenomenal. She was getting multiple applause breaks per solo, I remember, where she'd be playing a solo and it would be so good, like so sick and so emotionally potent. And she'd play something just like devastating and everyone would start clapping. And she'd like be playing piano and she'd turn, oh, thank you, you know, and then just keep playing and then like finish her solo and get another huge applause. So it was just equal parts applause and music the whole night. She was so good. It was phenomenal. But yeah, there very much is Nintendo is doing a lot for jazz's image. Like, even you think of like the Dolphin Shoals sax solo lick meme. Like that, the idea of you should be transcribing solos or at least taking bits that you hear from a solo that you like and learning it on your instrument. That's like not, that's sort of in the mainstream young musician consciousness in a way that it was not when I was coming up, like 10 years ago, not that long ago, you know? And like, that's such an important idea, right? So it's very cool to see. What note am I on here? Let's see. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, close enough, hey? I'm gonna mark this triple F so it cuts through. And then boom boom. Let's see. What note is that? Okay, this is gonna get hairy. They don't. Yeah. Beodom. That's it. Beodada. Nice. Bum, bum. Something like this, so. That sounds. Whoa, not that part. But you know, that sounds pretty good. Some sort of like double D. Let's see. Maybe it's like a yeah. Maybe it's like that sort of thing. I don't think it is actually. I think it's like that. Let's see. I think the cymbals are going, but then this flute's going. So I don't know what to do. I think I got that note wrong. Okay, that's what it is. It might be something like this. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's close enough. Oh, I guess these should be C sharps if I'm thinking of it as this C sharp, A augmented type thing. Hey? They do kind of fit the harmony, these lines, vaguely. Something like that. Let's see. Bomb. Oh, that's what it is. That makes more sense. Nice. Okay, I got these lines down before. Something like that. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. We are here right now. We don't have that much left to do. We kind of did all the hardest parts already. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. One, two, three, four, one. Yeah. Back to strings. Is that lazy? Should I put this in a different like flute and cymbal channel? It's possibly lazy. But I kind of like these better as D flats actually. Nice. Was that what it is? Something like that? That's good enough for me. Sounds pretty gross in the right way. Beep bomb. Bomb. Data. Oh, I'm so glad I got these before. It has been okay. This is kind of a tough one, but oops. Oh, this is great. I got all these. Okay. Just assuming. Gotta make sure these are all perfect fourths. Yes, indeedy. Okay. Shall we listen to it? Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this works out. You know what I'm going to do for all of these? I'm not going to keep it this way visually, but I am going to double all of these. So, like that. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Let's see how we did. I can hear the bokoblins coming. That poor pan flute just cannot cut through. I can crank this too. On to 3/4 time. I'm sure pan flautists are used to not being heard, actually. Oops. Oh, I didn't get the accidentals. That's okay. That one was gross, sorry. And that trill was dead on. Thank you, Inspector. Thank you, Kyle Davis. That's so gross. Snare drum's goes pretty hard. Oh, funny. But on the repeat, it still thinks these are pitched. Yeah, so I tried to just like shortcut add lower octaves to these orchestra hits to make them sound better, but I forgot that it doesn't automatically like keep the accidentals when you're doing that. So those sounded gross, but you know, they're kind of supposed to sound gross too. Pretty sure not. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think you're right. That's where the form starts proper. So we'll put we already have an ending repeat sign, so we'll put the repeat there. Thank you, Kyle Davis. Extremely helpful. Okay, and then now let's talk chords here. We're in general F minor territory. We're in F minor, and just moving up our perfect fourths up the F minor scale. Thank you very much, Fortune's Jukebox. I think I'm getting better at this, at streaming. I used to get stressed if I was streaming, and the like couple times that I live transcribed something, I would get stressed if it started to get hard. But I was not feeling stressed today, so that's nice. Turns to D minor, sharp 4, because we have this. We've got A natural and A flat. which of course that's a pedal from the same figure. Oh, of course, the snare comes in dynamically when the fight actually starts. Man, what great music. So subtle in its dynamicism, but just perfectly scores the game. All right, so we have like our F7 sus. There's sort of like an implied bass, F bass feel underneath this whole thing with the timpani kind of setting the boom, we're an F. This is still F sus for you. Oh, I put this up here though. I should keep them all on the same line at least. F minor, E, D, D, boom, D minor, sharp 4, F7 sus, doom, ding. And that's pretty much what it is. I mean, we have a D sus. I guess we could say D7 sus. There's a C natural in the strings here. E flat sus. Yeah, E flat sus. I mean, we do hit the third here, but the chord that's being held in the strings and the brass is a sus chord, sus 4 chord. F sus. So maybe I should keep this D sus then. Keep it consistent. And then here we have A augmented. I don't know why I'm calling this A. It's definitely F augmented, right? Like we are in F, and the bottom note's an F. So and then more of that. F minor, D minor, sharp 4. Is it obnoxious to put sharp 4? It's not really a D minor sharp 4 chord. We just hit a bluesy A flat there. D sus, E flat sus, F sus. So it's like parallel planing sus chords, but also a vague adherence to an F minor tonality. Like that's where we come home to. Feels resolved every time we come back to F minor. So we could say this is in the key of F minor. You could make that argument for sure. F minor. I like these sus shapes. If you add up all these notes, I mean, you get, if you move this up an octave, it's just fourths. The sound of this is fourths. This is fourths the song. F minor to A major. I'm gonna put A major 9 because, oh, this is supposed to be sharp, right? Yeah. How did I not catch that listening through it? We do have a major third here, but so maybe I should just put A major 7. I'm thinking of when the melody comes in like this. This is like an E major sounding phrase over top of an A major chord creates an A major. Well, it's not even a 9. A major 7 type of thing. Okay. I am going to put A major 7 even back here because maybe it should be like an A6. We start more on an A6-9 type thing. Whoops. It's a cool relationship. F minor has that A flat in it, and if you think of that A flat as a G sharp, this really cleanly, as cleanly as chromatic medians can. F minor and A major 7 actually flow pretty well together. So that's a cool move. But it does sound like dissonant, you know, you're jumping out of a key. So that's a cool way to make this sort of like a cartoonish amount of dissonance, cartoonish amount of tension. Quite nice. Quite nice. Attaboy, Wind Waker. Good job. I wish I knew who wrote this music. It's either Kenta Nagata or Hajime Wakai or Toru Minegishi. Probably not Koji Kondo, but he is credited on the soundtrack as well. This is the battle music. Wind Waker battle music. You know, same old. D sus, E flat sus, F sus. Oh, wait a minute. This is more of like a B flat sus type thing. Oh, hold on a sec. Was I doing this wrong before? This is definitely a D sus. No, this is definitely an E flat sus. But, oh, over here. Over here, I did this kind of, I should have put B flat sus to C sus. If you add up these parts. That's very much B flat sus to C sus. Okay, so I gotta fix those. These are okay. Is that the only time that happens? I guess so. No, over here too. B flat sus, C sus. Whoops. Okay, now where are we? Over here. Yeah. C sus. D sus. E flat sus. F sus. F augmented. F minor. D sus. B flat sus. C sus. D sus. E flat sus. F sus. F sus. Okay, almost done, guys. You've been quite patient. Never mind, I guess I don't need to do this part on stream too. This is not super interesting. Naming chords. Unless it is, I guess. A major 7. Sticking with that. F minor. A major 7. Okay. We'll fix the spacing, and we're done. We did it. That was a tricky one. So next week, we got some more cutscene stuff to do. Next week we're gonna get Errol's kidnapping, the encounter with Tetra, where you meet Tetra. Very cool. Okay. Thank you guys so much for helping me out and for sticking around for Wind Waker Wednesday. This was a success, I would say. And we'll catch you next time. Oh, I have there's a new video that's gonna be coming out in like 2 days. So enjoy that. And thanks for checking out the Pokemon Surf tier list video. That video is doing much better than everything else I put out this year, so that's great. And have a good week. See you guys. I wish I knew how to end a stream better. But goodbye. Goodbye.